What's up guys, Tweety here. I'm guessing if you clicked on this video you're already aware of Demigod Simulator, but if not, DemiSim is a straightforward, fan-made, side-scrolling RPG developed by yours truly to allow players to experience the world of Rick Riordan's Heroes of Olympus book series for themselves. If you haven't played the demo yet, you can go check it out. Links in the description below to Game Jolt, where you can download the demo and play it for yourself. There's also links to the game's Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Tumblr, etc., where you can follow along with major updates and the like. There are a lot of things about the game I've been wanting to talk about, and I feel like they're better suited to a video than just a simple blog post. So, ignoring my poor microphone quality, let's get right into it. First, a little background about myself. It should be said that I'm not a game developer, or rather that I've never developed a game before this one, except a little personal project that I scrapped in favor of this game. I had the idea for this game shortly after I discovered RPG Maker MV, the program I'm using to make the game happen, and as a gamer, I've always wanted to play a game centered around the Percy Jackson universe, but unfortunately, there aren't many. There is a game for Nintendo DS based around the movie. The game itself doesn't look too bad, but I feel like it lacks a little something for fans of the series. Then there's a 3D indie game in development by Team Amazing Studios, a link to their channel in the description. And there may be others I haven't seen, but the bottom line is, there aren't many. And as a huge fan of the series, I wanted to throw my attempt into the pot. I've had a fair amount of practice with the program at this point, and I've learned a lot in the process. And I'll be honest, I've had a blast experimenting with what the program can do, and how I can use it to make cool new quests for players to try. The only downside is that I'm a solo developer, which of course means I'm working on the game alone. Additionally, I can only work on the game in my spare time, and I will admit, maybe I was a bit overly ambitious with some of the game's features. Most notably having 8 different playable storylines. On that note, let me explain a little bit about how I've been programming the game up to this point. Since I started the game, I've had a rough idea of what type of game it was going to be and how it would end. I spent some time planning out some of the larger details, and the rest would be filled in as I go or added later. I keep calling the current playable version a demo, but in reality it's more a proof of concept. Since I made the demo, I've added a lot of features and systems to the game that aren't included in the demo, which makes it, well, not actually a demo. But that's a little beside the point. What's important is that because I have to fill in the details as I go, I've been programming random quests for each character according to how much free time I have to spend on programming versus how long I think it will take to program, find or make new assets, and playtest. Which is more or less fine, but there is an alternative that may make it possible for you guys to play the game a little bit sooner. I do need to emphasize a little bit, since it will still take some time to get the game polished enough for even a rough release. I could only work on quests for one character at a time, until their quest chains and dialogue options are finished, at which point I could release the game in intervals as each character gets completed. For example, Percy would most likely be the first that I would try to finish. Once his story has been completely programmed into the game, I could then release a version where the player can only play as Percy, at least until another character is complete. Of course, even this would still take time to do, just not as much time as finishing the entire game. The problem with this is that each release would require you, the player, to download the game again, and therefore lose any progress you've made in any previous version of the game. But that's a pretty typical scenario for early access games. So if that's something you guys might be interested in, please comment down below or drop a comment on any of the game's social media pages. I'd love to hear from you guys. There's plenty more I'd like to say about the game, so if you'd like to see more of these types of videos, you can let me know down below. That's all for now. Until next time, my fellow demigods.